Hoi there, it's Rainhet. Let's get into the Vroid software. Hi! Look, we're back to my normal avatar. So let's have a quick look at this. You can see a lot better what I was talking about, the flat planes of paper, of hair. Very flat, and I also find it very sad. It doesn't look good. These textures like the little ribbons, the drawstrings, the tie is rather unfortunate and sad because they could have been so much better. Even though a lot of this is custom, there's so much more you could get done with this, and you should definitely do more with this. Sad, I did get rid of the hair texture underneath because it just wasn't doing it for me. Let me see. Oh yeah, you can see right here, it's ended up white. So let's take that off for now. And if it shows up again in Blender, we can easily get rid of it. So if you don't know anything about customizing your Vroids to this extent, I highly recommend you go and look at Argama, which is a YouTube channel, and follow some tutorials on that. That will get you to this stage where it's pretty custom, but not, you know, could probably be better. And when you're in the editor, when you're in the exporter, what you need to keep in mind now is if you just go to this export section here, you can do these things, but I don't know if everybody knows how to do that. You can also reduce the material count. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm sure you can do it in Cat's Blend plugin. That's another thing I'm going to want you to get. It's going to help a lot with different things. We're going to leave the texture quality right now, and we're just going to export this just like that. Alright, now you've exported your model, we're going to have to import it into Blender. Now Blender does not have an option for you to export VRMs into it, but you can download an add-on that will allow you to do so. Now for that, I'll leave the tutorial in the description. I'll also leave the information for the Cat's Blender plugin you should also have. And we're gonna import the model very, very simply. Just gonna go File, Import, and if you have a new Blender file, let's do that first. Okay, let's open a new Blender file. Since you guys are gonna probably be new to Blender, let me turn on my screencast key so you can see what I'm doing. You don't need this. This is just so you can see what I'm clicking. Alright, so if you're new to Blender, we're going to select everything with A and we're going to delete. And then once you've sorted out your Cat's Blender plugin, got that sorted out, once you've sorted out your VRM importer plugin, once you've got that sorted out, you're going to import the new file. Now I already have a file set up for this, so I'm going to go there and I'm going to import here. So import VRM, going to find your VRM, and import it. Alright, and you'll get something that looks like this. Alright, now I've got this model in, we can click on the armature and see that it's a little odd looking. That's fine. We'll just save this and we're going to fix the model. Now you should have Cats open. This is extremely useful. We're going to go into the settings and we're going to sort some things. We're not going to fix the torus bones. We're not going to join meshes. We are not going to connect bones or fix materials. We are going to combine the same materials and remove 0-weight bones, and we're not going to do that. What else should we do? let's not remove 0 weight bones. Okay. Right, let's do that now. And fix. Okay, back into pose mode. Let's see if we can get this to work. Okay, that's a lot better. So some things, fixing them will break the model. So just make sure you save before trying to fix anything in cats. We can always go back and manually fix stuff ourselves. But once cats has broken it, it's broken. So yes, always make sure everything's working fine. And this is working fine to me. Okay. Let's stop pose mode, let's save again. And we're going to clean up this model. So it's easy to work with. Going to first go into the armature, go into modeling, and we're going to click this up here. Apply changes to matching bone on the opposite side of x-axis. We're going to click that. We're going to also change the viewport shading to material preview. And we can click numpad 1. Oh, actually, now that we're doing this, you can go into modeling mode, but I'm going to go into edit mode so you can see what I'm clicking. It's the same, it's basically the same thing. Since we have this on still, should be able to click this, delete it with X, and I guess it won't always delete on the other side, but sometimes it does. Right, now I'm not sure what this is, but we're gonna select these bones on the tip and X, delete bones. Now we can go into this bone properties menu and we can see if this is an end bone, and it is, so we can delete that. What other end bones do we have? Okay, this is an end bone, we can delete that. This. I'm just deleting these because they do get in the way. These are all end bones, get rid of them. We can click numpad 1 again. Now I believe there are end bones on the chest, or is it? Okay, so I'm not sure if these are end bones, so I'm going to leave them. Is this an end bone? Not sure. They might not be. Okay. This is definitely an end bone. Remember to save. Now we can go back into object mode and pose mode, and we need to see which one of these bones are not moving anything, because it's better to just get rid of them. So let's rotate this in the x-axis with R and X. And we'll see what is being used and what isn't. Since this might be a bit hard to see, I'm going to select these bones with L. Usually if they were attached to each other, it would just select the string of bones, but that's not the case here. So I'm just selecting these with L and pressing H to hide. Also dragging around with the middle mouse, if you didn't see me doing that. Right, so this part, I'm just pressing R to rotate, is not moving anything. What about this? That is also not moving anything. This, okay, that's moving the skirt. This, is an end bone, so we can actually get rid of that. What about this? Not moving anything. This must be from different outfits, so they're useless to us. This is moving the skirt, and this is probably an end bone. The reason why we're getting rid of end bones is end bones usually get added to the model, especially if you're putting it into Unity and you don't need more bones than you're using. It's best to just get rid of it. Okay, let's check if these bones do anything. And they do, actually. They do have a little bit of movement on them. What about this? That looks like an end bone. Another end bone. Okay, so everything on the bottom of the hair is not useful to us. Okay, now we have a better idea of things. Oh, actually, let's check these bones. That does move stuff, and this kind of moves the sleeve. And looks like I have some small issues with my textures. Right, let's stop pose mode with cats and hit save. Now we can click on the armature, we can go back into edit mode, and we can delete the bones that we know we don't need. So that's numpad 1, and let's start selecting these. So I'm just right clicking. You probably are going to need to left click and just selecting these bones. Let's make sure we're not selecting anything we don't need. Okay, and X delete bones. These bones were part of additional materials, so we're just going to select those, and these. X delete bones. These ones too. X delete bones. This one. If you select the wrong one, just deselect everything. You can double tap A or just right click outside. Or left click. It might be left click for you guys. The only reason mine is right click is because I changed the settings. So just test it. If it works, great. If it doesn't, try something else. You might think this is a bit of a waste of time, but trust me, it is. Unless you want an optimized model. If you want your model to operate at its best, it is best to get rid of extra bones. You can also control Z on anything that you've done. Okay. X delete bones. Now what other extra bones do we have here? Oh right. Fringe area. That one there. That one there. That one there. And this one here, I believe. X delete bones. Okay. Gonna hit save and let's go back into pose mode. Always want to check that everything is okay. Let's check what these bones do. That doesn't seem to be doing anything. That also doesn't seem to be doing anything. That is that eye, and this is the other eye, I believe. Let's just take off the hair for a second. Yep. And this really does nothing. I might have to delete it. It doesn't even look like a root bone. Okay. Okay, that's fine. We can stop pose mode. We can go back into edit mode. And I'm going to delete anything that I deem unnecessary. So these don't seem like they're doing anything. I'm going to select it. I think it's selected. Okay. I'm going to add some bones. This is going to help with, say if you want to want this model in VRchat, for example. This will be useful. So we're going to, in this mode, Shift A. And you'll get a bone like this. We're going to make sure the head X value, and X is this red line here on the bottom. X is 0. We'll put it smack in the bottom, smack in the middle. Same with this, the tail, 0, and hit enter. Now it doesn't matter where the Y value is, and the Y is the screen line, forward and backwards. We're going to press S and scale this down. Grab with G and then Z. You can drag it in the Z direction, which is up and down. So scale, G, Z. I'm going to hit G and Y and scale again. This bone, we're going to go over to bone properties, which is right here. And we're going to name it Fringe Root. Fringe Root. Let's do relations, parent it to the head. H-E-A-D, there we go. And we gotta click these fringe bones. So this one, shift, click, shift, click, shift, click. I'm just holding shift and clicking with my right mouse because my right mouse is my select button. Yours might be the left, especially if you have default Blender settings. After we shift click on all of those, we're going to shift click on the bone we just made, the fringe root, and you'll see that the fringe is orange and the root is yellow. We're going to hit Control P and keep offset. Now I'll show you what that does in a second. But not quite yet. What else do we need? We're going to make some more root bones. So I'm just hitting numpad 1 to go to the front view and Shift A again. Scale this down, grab, I'm going to put it here. Now when we're in Blender, everything on the right side is actually the model's left side. So we're doing everything from the model's perspective. We're going to name this hair root underscore L. We're going to go to relations and parent it to the head, H-E-A-D. Just click on it here. And we're going to click on this one, shift click on the next one, and then finally shift click on the hair root that we just made, Control P. Let's do that again. Control P, keep offset. Now let's just go to the side view with numpad 3. We've got the root bone that we've just made selected, grab in the Y direction and just put it back a little bit because it's controlling these two bones. Now what we can also do is go to Armature, since we have this one selected, Armature and Symmetrize. Now it does look like these bones are not completely identical, which is a bit of a shame, but that's okay. We can always just click on that, shift click on that, lastly click on this, Control P and keep offset. Alright. Now having a symmetrical armature is useful, but it does look like this is not perfectly symmetrical, unfortunately. But we'll work with it. What I also am thinking is bone placement is a little unfortunate, but it's fine. Do we have anything else we need to do? Not really. Hey, let's finish this properly, because I kind of skipped over some things. So back at the armature, edit mode, we do want to do some more things just to make this whole thing easier for us. The only reason we added these bones in the first place was to make things easier. So what I'm actually going to do, symmetry is on, I'm going to just grab this with G and grab this with G as well and just put it like here. We're going to do another Shift A for this bone, scale that down, put that here. Now we're just going to make sure, just going to go to bone properties over here, making sure the head X value is 0 and the tail X value is also 0. We're going to call this hair root. This is just for the back of the hair. I like having the fringe and back of the hair separate if it's different lengths. So I'm just going to grab and then hit Y, so G, then Y, put it about here. Parent this to the head, H-E-A-D, and we're going to parent these. So I'm just shift, clicking, again I'm using right mouse, shift, clicking on there, head last, well, the hair root last, Control P, keep offset. Right. Now we've got those done, we're going to, let's keep saving. I don't usually do eyes like this. I don't want to leave them like that either. Let's do something a little different. Okay. Let's leave the eyes as they are for now. We are, however, going to Shift A, scale, what is this called? I_L. So we're going to call this I left eye. Let's pan that to the head, so click on that, shift click on that, Control P, keep offset. So that will be the left eye, and can I symmetrize this? Wait, that's not what I want. Armature symmetrize right here. Okay. Oh, turn on X mirror, scale, there we go. And put it about here. As you can see, it's not perfectly symmetrical. Oh my. GY, bring that forward. GY. No, GY. And we'll have the Z value, which is this line up here, Z. We want it the same as the head, I believe. So if we just go in here, Control Copy, and here, Control Paste. Oh, wait, Control Paste with Control V. Enter. Should be flat now. Okay, GY. G-Y. I usually have this on the pupils to kind of keep them a bit more steady. If that's the right way to say it. We'll deal with them in a second. Alright. So back to edit mode. We want to add some bones for the chest. Now, like I said again, this is not necessary, but it's good to do. If I import this into VRchat as it is, I'm going to have to make dynamic bones for this set of bones, this set of bones, this set, and then the fringe parts individually. That's already 6 just for the hair alone. But now we've put it off into 2. But you can also do 3. You could do this one, and this one. So having the flexibility is very useful. Very useful, I think. Edit. Oh wait, no. Already in edit mode. Shift A. This is for the chest. Going to put these values to 0. Just pressing enter. Scale. Grab Z. Brush. Root. Gonna click this. Then shift click on this finally. Control P, keep offset. Gonna click on this. Whoop. This one. Then on the chest bone, Control P, keep offset. No, that's fine. I think I'm gonna lower it a little bit. So it's in the middle. Z, just like that. I think that's fine. We need one for this leg and one for this leg. Shift A, grab that, scale that down, scale that down. Skirt, root, underscore L. Shift, click on that, left leg, Control P, keep offset. And we're going to click this one, shift, click that one, shift, click that one. And then, yes, finally this one, Control P, keep offset. Alright. Now, with this, you do kind of want to keep it where this point is. So, let's try and bring that down. Actually, we could do something even better. We could just copy these values here. Control copy. And then here, we'll paste. Here. Control copy. Just copying the head values over. Here. Control paste. And again. Control copy. And here. Control paste. Now we've got the head in the right place. We can copy the Y value and the X value. Z is vertical, so it doesn't really matter too much. So copy the Y to the tail. And copy the X to the tail too. There we go. We're just going to grab that top circle. Grab Z. Actually, grab Z. So this does face that way a little bit, which is a bit inconvenient. Right now, that is fine for me. Alright. Let's grab this bone. And armature symmetrize. And again, because this isn't perfect, it's so kind of off. We'll click this. Oop. This. Let me hide this first because it's gonna get confusing. I just hit it with H. Shift click. This one last. Control P, keep all set. Alt H to unhide. Alright, now we should be able to put this bone into, say, a dynamic bone and move all three of those at the same time. Now with VRMs, it's not that important, but hey, there's no issue with being too prepared. There's nothing wrong with being too prepared. And I think that's good for the armature right now. It shouldn't affect the posing at all. So if we go into object mode and to pose mode, this will all pose the same. The hairs move the same. The chest still moves the same. The skirt too. It's just now you've got another bone that can move all three at once. Which is useful. Oh, and also that bone is related to this leg, so it will move with the leg. It's almost like we didn't add any bones at all, but this is useful. So that's part one of the upgrade your Vroid series or whatever it's called. Next time we are going to be doing face rigs, I believe. I didn't go through the add-ons because there are tutorials out there. I have linked them into the description. I don't remember if I said that already. Yes, follow the links, download everything you need. Should be able to do the shape keys and stuff. If you don't know what that is, let's get out of pose mode. Cats, stop pose mode. Shape keys is just how, say, blinking or moving the mouth. It's just messing with the mesh in a form of one frame animation, I guess. So the face is here. Try and give you an example. Okay, let's say for example, the shape key. We'll just move the mouth like that. We'll be working on that the next episode. I hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one. Farewell. Alright, you're probably not familiar with my blend video, so let's go over something very important. If you mess with the bones or position of something or anything like that, you just press A to select all, Control A, all transformations, Control A, rotation and scale. That's pretty useful. Do that. Right, yeah, that's it. Apply stuff. Apply it. It's good for you. 9 out of 10 modelers recommend you always apply stuff. Like, more than you need to. More than you think you need to.